Hey everyone, hi. So I received a lot of requests on how to calculate NAV of a stock portfolio, like a momentum portfolio for most of it. So this is like a quick 10-15 minute video that I'm recording right now to walk you through the process of how to exactly calculate and maintain an NAV of your portfolio by adjusting for cash flows as well. So NAV is a model where you can adjust for cash flows as well. So for example, if you add some money or take out some money, then the NAV model will adjust for that cash flow such that it doesn't have an effect as such on your portfolio's NAV calculation, right? So I'm just gonna show you how I maintain it. This is how I maintain it as well, and it's a quick process that you can learn as well. So yeah, let's just quickly understand what we typically do here. So we'll just start with a bunch of columns. This is what exactly I use. So you can follow this if you want, or you can modify the way you want it. So a few columns that I basically track is first is date, then the value. So this is basically the value of the portfolio on that day. Then it's cash flow. Sorry, cash flow. Uh, Percentage change, like to track on the daily change in the portfolio value, and then the NAV column. So this NAV column is typically auto-populated with a formula depending on whatever is the value of your portfolio on that day and the cash flow that you might have done. We'll understand it. Just give it some time, like 5 minutes. Let me just quickly add a validation here for the date, so that we have. Okay, let's just do this as is valid date and reject the input, done. And let me just quickly format it as YMD format. So now you can select a date, okay, like this. So this is the date selected. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to enter some random values which I have created for the purpose of this presentation, and then we can talk about it. So let me just take some random dates. So these are some dates, and let's just take some, values as well. Uh, Now I will explain what exactly these are. So let's just zoom in a bit here. Okay. Yeah. So this is basically every day. So this starts on 25th of April 2024, and then every trading day that we have after that. So these are just a sample of dates that we have done here, and then this is the value. So the value is basically the EOD value of the portfolio, whatever that value is. So this is here 20 lakh 85,360, just a random number, 21 lakh, like it goes up and down, right? So likewise, we have this EOD value of the portfolio. Okay. You have to just maintain this. So when you're tracking anyway, you have to maintain depending on how much detail you want to go into. You will have to track it either daily or weekly, depending on how much deep you want to go into for maintaining your NAV basically. I do this daily, so I track this likewise for every date of trading day. I just punch it in Excel quickly. Now let's just do a cash flow zero for all of these states. Let's just assume that we have not put in any money. So this is the value of the portfolio. We have not put in any extra money. This is just what the initial portfolio value was, and then it just changes. So for the first date, let's just assume that the percentage change is 0% because this is the first day, and NAV will keep a base of 100. Okay. So this is like the first row you have to put in your values manually. So so this is the portfolio value for the first day. Cash flow is 0, percentage change is 0%, and NAV is 100. Okay. Now, from the second row is when we will start implementing a formula here. Okay. So the formula here to implement for the second row is basically what we do is we do B3. So basically, whatever is the portfolio value, we remove the cash flow from that value. So B3 minus C3 divide by B2. So what was the yesterday's? So B3 minus C3 divide by B2. So this is what we do. So what are we doing? B3 minus C3. So whatever is the value of the portfolio today minus C3. So whatever cash flow, if you have added any new money or taken out any money from the portfolio, that will be adjusted with today's portfolio's value. And then whatever is the result of that value, we divide it with yesterday's portfolio value. So whatever is today's value gets adjusted for any cash flows before calculating this percentage change. So this will just give you the portfolio value like a divisor. And because we want to turn it into percentage, we will minus one, and then we will just do format number as percentage. So this will give you a percentage value change. And now what you have to do is basically you have to just do copy paste here. So you can do Command C, Command Control C, Control V, Command C, Command V on Mac, or you can just select just select this, go like Command Shift if you're on a Mac, Command Shift down arrow, or on a Windows, Control Shift down arrow. Do it like this, and then do a Control D on Windows or Command D on Mac. And if I do this, it will just calculate the daily percentage change accordingly. So this is an automatic formula, as you can see here, because the cash flow is zero for all of these, dates. What has happened is it's just a portfolio value change on a daily basis. And for NAV now, NAV is basically applying the percentage change to the previous day's NAV basically. So the formula here is also very simple. So it is basically D3. So whatever is the percentage change today into E2. So whatever was yesterday's NAV plus E2. Basically, percentage change into yesterday's NAV plus yesterday's NAV will give you today's NAV. And because you don't want this such a granular number, we will just maintain it to just two decimal points like this. And it's up to you what you want to do, how much granular you want to go here. But I have like two decimal points, and we can do this. Now, this is how the NAV gets calculated depending on whatever the percentage change is, right? Now let's just add some more data with some cash flows here. So here is some data that I will copy paste now. So this is it. And what I will do is I will just, do that Control D, Command D, whatever system you're on basis of that. And this is how it gets adjusted. Now here what happened is just suddenly we see our 8% jump. But what I assumed is there is some cash flow here, right? So it went from 21 lakh 4,000 to 22 lakh 72,000. So that's kind of a 8% jump in a single day. Now what I want to do here is there was some money that I put in when trying to, rebalance. This was probably a rebalance date. So I put in some money here, for example. And what I did was I will just copy paste the amount of money that I added. So I added 1,05,510. So now this is getting adjusted because I added that money. Our percentage change got adjusted. What it did was it subtracted the cash flow from this amount and then it calculated the percentage change. Okay, and that's it. So this is how we didn't change anything in the formula. What we wrote above, it's the same thing. And then after this, you don't have to do anything. You have to just carry forward whatever you want. So I will just put in some more cash flow numbers here, and cash flow is zero, and rest all things are same. So we'll do zero here, and yeah, everything else is fine. It just gets adjusted automatically, so you don't have to worry about. So portfolio did fell here by 9%. It's not an error. The portfolio did fell 9%. It's not an cash flow error, but yeah, it gets adjusted automatically. This is your NAV adjusted for cash flow. It doesn't get affected by the cash flow. So this is basically, if you remember, 3rd June was so 4th June was when the election in 2024, when the election results in India, general election results in India were announced, and BJP didn't, like, BJP came short of the majority, a little bit short of the majority on its own. So market fell like 9%. No, market didn't fell by 9%. The momentum portfolio fell by 9% kind of thing. So this is just a backtested momentum portfolio's value daily, right? As you can see, because I put in some money here, this has a positive cash flow value. But if you have, taken some money out, you can put a negative cash flow value as well. So I have that ready as well. So let me just, copy paste some more, some more data. Just give me a sec. Let me just quickly copy paste some more data here. Yeah, so I have some cash flow data. So I have just this. So here is where we take out the money, and let's just do this Command D, Control D here, and it gets adjusted now. Okay, yeah. So on this date, 26 June, portfolio value came down, but if this was zero, for example, it would have been 2.5% negative. But we did took out some money from the portfolio. So basically, for example, we took out 56,892 rupees. So it got adjusted automatically for that, and we don't have to really do anything. So this is how the cash flow model works. And then again, you can just put on the normal things. It's just that you have to keep on doing this on a daily basis. So this is how I do. This is basically very simple and straightforward method. So again, to revise quickly, a date column, a value column of the portfolio, a cash flow column, percentage change column, and NAV column. Date and value is something that you have to put in every day. Date, value, and cash flow are the three columns that you have to put in every day. If you're not put in or taken out any money, you just put it as a zero. If you have put in any money, put a positive number. If you have put in any taken out any, sorry, if you're putting any money, put a positive number of the money that you have put. If you're taken out any money, just put a negative number and how much amount you have taken out. And the D and E column, which calculates the percentage change and NAV, is basically auto calculated using the formula. There is nothing else to do. And you can just maintain it. So for example, if I have to do every day, this is the way I do. I just do like this, select this down arrow and then control your command. Depending on the system, I will change the date. I will maybe, change the value here, whatever that value is, and everything else gets calculated automatically. So if this was like 550, all the changes gets calculated automatically without any issues. Okay. So yeah, this is how you calculate NAV, maintain NAV of your portfolio by adjusting for cash flows. This is not XIRR, okay? This will just show you a time weighted NAV calculation of your portfolio, price weighted, time weighted. Like there is another thing that we can talk about, but yeah. Basically that's pretty much it. How you calculate your, you know, uh, NAV. Now this is where the NAV discussion finishes up. I also maintain a drawdown column. So if you want to also calculate daily drawdown, you can continue watching this. Otherwise, you can just log off. This is just for drawdown. The NAV calculation is pretty much is done there. So for drawdown, let's just say this is will keep 100. Like before starting, 100 is the basic value, right? So now what you will do is we'll do max. So whatever is the max. So this is the value, all-time high value that we have to maintain. Like every day, what was the previous all-time high value basically? So we'll do max of E2, comma G1. Okay. So whatever is the max value of E2, comma G1, it gets posted here, and let's just do control D, command D, whatever it is. So now this will keep on calculate this, keep on whenever, so here 100 was the maximum value, then it went to 101. Now after 101, the portfolio went down, so it was in drawdown. So the max value will stick to 101 until it crosses 101.01. So on this date, it crossed 101.01. So now that becomes the max value basically. So this will keep a track of your max value, whatever is your maxest value of your portfolio, NAV. The That is what it will keep, this G column will keep track. And then drawdown is basically a very simple formula of so E2 divided by, sorry, E2, so whatever is your today's NAV divided by whatever is the max value minus 1. It is in percentage, right? So we'll just format it as percentage, and that's pretty much it. Now the only thing you have to do is do command D, control D, depending on your system. So this will tell you what is your drawdown on a daily basis. So what this formula is basically today's NAV divided by the max NAV. So that will give you the percentage value of whatever is your drawdown on a particular day. So this way you have a rolling drawdown period, like every day on which day your portfolio reached at what drawdown you will come to know, right? And how it recovered kind of thing. So this is how you can maintain a simple like sell of NAV and drawdown. This is what I do for my portfolio as well. So it's nothing complicated, very easy and simple, and you can maintain this for yourself. If you want to calculate XIRR, that's a different thing, and you will get a lot many videos for calculating XIRR. But this is how you calculate NAV. I hope this helps you. It was a quick, informative, educational video that I wanted to do, as I get a lot many questions on this. Thank you so much, and hope you have a great day and